Most coaches think that people buy because of value, but value doesn't sell, influence does. And Robert Cialdini figured this years ago, and I used his science to turn strangers into paying clients. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 7 principles that Cialdini used to make people pay him big amount of money. But for those of you who don't know who is Robert Cialdini, he's the godfather of persuasion and psychology. He uncovered 7 universal principles that make people say yes. Whether you're selling product, idea, service, doesn't matter. But most online coaches ignore these principles, and that's where they're struggling to get paying clients. And today, I will show you how to use his influence triggers to book more sales calls and convert more clients without sounding salesy or using any manipulative techniques. The 7 Cialdini principles we will go through are reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, scarcity, and unity. But first, let's start with the reciprocity. You want to give before you ask. An example, if you are in sales, is to send a personalized video audit to a prospect before you jump on a sales call with them. Because they will feel compelled to respond because you're given first. Another example is give value in your content first before you ask. For example, if you make a video, you make a call to action at the end after you gave a lot of value to prospects. The second principle is commitment and consistency. People want to stay congruent with what they said. And a way you can use this principle in your marketing is to use polls, questions, or call to action content to get micro commitments from your audience. Example can be a story sequence. Let's say you're a fitness coach and you can start your fitness story sequence with a simple question. Do you go to the gym? Yes or no? And then you just let people choose. The next question is how many days per week do you go to the gym? And so by using this sort of micro commitments, you are building this commitment and consistency bias. And at the end, what you do? You basically invite them for a call that feels like the natural step. Because they say yes a lot of times, they micro committed, making the next or saying the next yes is easy because they already did this. Or in sales calls, you can basically ask a lot of questions and you can always finish by right? Does it make sense? And slowly you're going to build these micro commitments, and when you make the big ask, pitching them and asking for money, it's way easier. The next one is social proof. People copy what others are doing. Monkey see, monkey do. That's how our Uncle Charlie Munger calls it. So if you're not showing your client results or success stories, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. This is also the reason why I have a page that you can see, which is the first link in the description, that is full of screenshots, testimonials, client wins. I mean, I'll bombard you with content and basically testimonials from my clients. Because when you see these testimonials when you're about to schedule a call with me, you will see that I actually help people. And subconsciously, you believe me. You believe the things that I do. And also I actually build trust by making these videos and giving you value. You can see how I'm stacking these things, and the wizard actually said his secrets, but they're not secrets anymore since I exposed myself. Anyway, let's move to the 4th principle from Cialdini's book, which is authority. Clients trust experts, not peers. So you don't just want to educate people. You want to frame yourself as someone with proven frameworks, with expertise by what you're saying, or even your fancy look. You want to use language like, in my system, we teach our clients, I helped 100 coaches to scale their businesses, which is actually a true fact. So that's how you can leverage it in your marketing as well. Position yourself as an authority figure, not just as a peer. Which leads me to the next one, which is liking. People buy from those that they like. So quit trying to be perfect. Be a human. Because a mistake I've seen a lot of people is that when they try to present themselves as this sort of authority figure, they try to position themselves as this perfect person without any flaws, without any mistakes. But this is not a viable strategy to sell. You want to share your story. Let them see who you are as a person, as a human being, not just as a coach. The sixth one is scarcity. People want what they can't have. The price of gold is that high because it's limited. The same is for your program. If you make it seem like limited option that people want, you can charge more. Or in your call to actions, I've seen a lot of coaches just saying, DM me anytime if you want to work with me. No, no, no. Instead, you want to apply scarcity. Limited things are more desired. You can say that we are taking only 3 new clients this month. Message me the word clients if you want to get in. The more specific you are with the actions you want your audience to take, and the more scarcity you apply, the more likely they're going to do this. And you will not lose sales, because right now you're losing a lot of sales by not being specific in your call to actions. And the last principle that I want to share is unity. People buy from those who feel like them. An example is to always relate to your audience's past struggles. Example, if you're a fitness coach and you've been overweight in the past, in your content you want to relate with the struggles that people are going through. You can explain how your life felt when you were fat, when you were miserable, when you couldn't get out of your bed. You can say words like, I was just like you, overwhelmed, stuck, doubting everywhere. I couldn't get off my bed. The more vividly you describe your days, your struggles, the more people will relate, the more they will feel like you, and the more likely they're going to buy. And these are the 7 principles that I'm actually using in my marketing to help me sign high-ticket clients. The same one I'm using my clients too. And I go in depth in my program how you can leverage them. But a big insight that I want you to learn from this video is that persuasion isn't about saying the right words in your calls, in your DMs, or in your content. Instead, Mr. Cialdini showed us that people make emotional decisions based on context and triggers long before you pitch them. And if you want to learn how to engineer that context, so you don't have to convince anyone to buy your service on the calls, actually, I help people with building simple systems to use real influence, not cheese tactic to get coaching clients. Just click on the first link in the description to apply for the no scale, no pay partnership to see if you're fit to work with me.